Welcome everybody to Canadian Yorker here, and happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I am putting out one more video in regards to alternative basketball leagues that um, everybody can go check out. These are some there are some basketball leagues that I have mentioned before in my previous videos. However, this article from ESPN.com gives insight into other alternative basketball leagues that everybody can check out. They are the more popular basketball leagues out there. So rather than giving everyone every single basketball league out there available, that there are a plethora of options that everybody can check out and watch these different basketball leagues. And some of them you might not have heard. Look in my previous video about the basketball league, which is a league based in Brooklyn, New York, and it operates 40 teams across the United States, and it has its own regional following, has its own fan base and teams, which is interesting. That's just a regional basketball league, but we're going to be focused on the more international basketball leagues out there. So this article from ESPN.com, written January 17th, 2017, talks about top 12 basketball leagues in the world outside the NBA. So let's just start off. We're talking about the EuroLeague, which is something I just mentioned. So the article says the EuroLeague is the basketball's version of soccer's Champions League, with the top European clubs qualifying each year. The teams play EuroLeague games during the week in their own countries' leagues on the weekends. So the regular season operates from October to April, and they have 16 teams in the current season. The defending champions are called the CSKA Moscow. The Euro Cup, it says here, run by the EuroLeague, is the second-level transnational league in Europe. Qualifying for the competition is based on a team's success in its domestic league, other competitions, and by invitation from the EuroLeague. Success in the Euro Cup allows a team to move up the EuroLeague the following season. So NBA prospect, apparently, this is how Luka Doncic was recognized. So Real Madrid's 6'7" Slovenian guard at Luka Doncic, a 17-year-old prodigy, has been a huge contributor for one of the best teams in Europe. His scoring and playmaking has been the talk of the league. He is a EuroLeague's best young player since the Chicago Bulls' Nikola Mirotic started for the same club. So apparently this was 2017, and Luka Doncic is now already in the NBA. So that's it for the EuroLeague. The next one, number 2, is Spain's Liga ACB. The ACB, called the Association de Clubs de Baloncesto, formed in 1957, has been dominated through the years by two teams, FC Barcelona and Real Madrid, who have combined for the 51 of the 60 titles. Like many professional leagues outside the NBA, relegation in the ACB means the last two teams in the standings are relegated to LEB Oro, the second division, and replaced by LEB Oro's top two teams. Regular season schedule goes from October to May. They have 17 teams in the current season. The defending champions were the Real Madrid. I don't know who the current champions are at the moment. In recent years, the league has produced NBA All-Stars such as Paul and Marc Gasol. Recently, the New York Knicks' Kristaps Porzingis played at Seville before taking the NBA by storm in its first 2 years. Last season, 39 former ACB players were in the NBA, the most out of any international league. Again, it also references that Luka Doncic also played in this Spain's Liga ACB. The Turkish Basketball Super League, BSL. The BSL was formed in 1966, although basketball was first played in the country in 1904. Tremendous financial resources are being poured into the league, and because of that, it may soon overtake the ACB in quality of play. Istanbul's Anadolu Efes and Fenerbahce are the two best teams in Europe at the moment. So again, the Turkish Basketball Super League (BSL) plays from October to April. They have 16 teams in their uh, in their league. Um, and they are ranked number 3. Right there. The Cleveland Cavaliers coach David Blatt, who had tremendous success in Europe before leaving for the NBA, is currently coaching Darusafaka NSK in the BSL and the EuroLeague. It is believed he is collecting $3.3 million owed to him by the Cavs on the final year of his contract, in addition to the 2-year deal he signed with the Turkish club. So there was an NBA prospect as well, Furkan Korkmaz, 6'7" forward, who was selected in the first round of the 2016 draft by the Philadelphia 76ers. So he went on to play in the NBA. Number 4 is Russia's VTB United League. The league is the top-tier Russian circuit, plus it includes clubs from Estonia, Latvia, Kazakhstan, and Belarus. The regular season schedule goes from October to April. They have 13 teams in their league, and the defending champions were the CSKA Moscow. There was a former University of Kansas star Keith Langford was not quite good enough to stick on an NBA roster early in his professional career, so he headed overseas, and over the past decade he established himself as one of the best players in Europe with a salary in 7 figures. He currently stars for Unix Kazan, which also plays in the EuroLeague. Number 5 is Germany's basketball Bundesliga, BBL. Some believe this league could be among the best in Europe in the near future, even if it's currently a mid-tier European league. It is well-funded, well-marketed, and the games are well-attended, and there is a pipeline of young German players in the national team system. The season for the BBL goes from September to May. They have 18 teams in the league, and the defending champions are the Bros Bamberg. So there was a player from the NCAA, Jared Jordan, who led the NCAA in assists as a junior and senior at Marist College, and was drafted to the Los Angeles Clippers in 2007, who now leads the BBL in assists this season while playing for the Tigers Tübingen. There's a German player, Isaiah Banga, is a 6'8" forward, 17-year-old forward under contract with the BBL's Fraport Skyliners. He's currently playing the majority of his games in the Pro B League, the third-tier level of German basketball. Number 6, Italy's Liga Basket Serie A. The LBA, they're also known as the LBA. The LBA is possibly the oldest professional basketball league in Europe, having been formed in 1920. The composition of each team roster is based on 2 formulas. A team can have 5 players from outside of the European Union plus 5 Italian players, or it can have 3 players from outside the European Union and 4 players from the European League, in addition to 5 Italian players. The regular season goes from October to May. They have 16 teams in the LBA, and at that time, the defending champions were the Olimpia Milano. So Houston Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni had his number 8 retired by the Olimpia Milano, the club which he won 5 Italian league titles and 2 FIBA European Championship Cups, the equivalent of EuroLeague basketball championships, as a player, and started his coaching career. He arrived in Milan in 1977 after 4 nondescript seasons in the NBA and ABA. Number 7 is France's LNB Pro A, the top basketball league in France. Its proper name is Ligue Nationale de Basket Pro A. was formed in 1921. Asvel has won the most French basketball cups with 18. The club is owned by San Antonio Spurs guard Tony Parker. So the regular season schedule goes from September to May. They have 18 teams. Tony Parker started his professional career as a 17-year-old for the Paris Racing Club in 1999. He played there for 2 seasons before being drafted by the Spurs with the 28th pick in 2001. The Adriatic League, number 8, is ABA. The ABA is a regional league with teams from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Macedonia, Montenegro, Serbia, and Slovenia. It was formed in 2001, about a decade after the breakup of Yugoslavia. The league has become more developmental and has recently produced young NBA big men Dario Saric, Yusuf Nurkic, and Nikola Jokic. Celtics first-round draft pick Ante Zizic is being groomed to this season at KK Sabona. The soon-to-be 20-year-old is averaging 20 points and nearly 10 rebounds. The season goes from September to March. They have 14 teams, and so there have been a number of players that have come out of that league, the ABA, Drazen Petrovic, Vlad Divac, and Tony Kukoc, before they played in the Yugoslav League, before they played in the NBA. Number 9 is the Greek A1 League. This league has been top heavy with 2 outstanding teams, Olympiakos and Panathinaikos, that are based in Athens and make up the most heated basketball rivalries in the world. They play from October to April. There are 14 teams in the league, and the Olympiakos and Panathinaikos rivalry goes back to the 1940s. When in the past 20 years, the teams have met in the Greek Cup and the EuroLeague play over 75 times, including 16 in the finals of the Greek League. The club's soccer teams also have a fierce rivalry. Next one, number 10, is Australia's National Basketball League. The NBL was founded in 1970 with 7 teams from Australia and 1 from New Zealand. And there has been speculation the NBL could expand into China, where basketball is popular. And in that league, the season goes from October to February. They have 8 teams in their league, and there was a player who was an 18-year-old from Dallas, who committed to play at the University of Arizona, who signed with Adelaide and went to go. He played in that league. 11 is Lithuania's LKL. Basketball is a second religion in this country of 3 million, where Lithuania was occupied by the Soviet Union. Its basketball teams played in the Soviet League. The LKL was founded in 1993, soon after the country regained its independence, with the financial support of Hall of Famer Saunas Marikonis, Lithuania's first NBA player. So the season goes from September to April. They have 10 teams in their league, and Aridivas Sabonis, 7'3" Hall of Famer, started his professional career in Zalgiris in 1981 as a 17-year-old. He later played his final 7 seasons for the Portland Trail Blazers. That's the LKL. Last but not least, we have another basketball league called the CBA, Chinese Basketball League. The Chinese Basketball League was formed in 1995 and has become Asia's preeminent basketball league. Foreign players are limited to 2 per team, with a few exceptions, and can play a total of 6 quarters combined. Because of those limitations and the reliance on Chinese players, the level of play is far below most of the top leagues in Europe. Because the league playoffs usually end in March, it affords some players a chance to join the NBA teams before the playoffs. So the season actually goes from October to February, and they have 20 teams in the CBA. The defending champions at that time in 2017 was the Sichuan Blue Whales. Former National College Player of the Year and NBA lottery pick Jimmy Fredette is the CBA's main leading scorer this season, averaging 40 points per game for the Shanghai Sharks. And also, the team Shanghai Sharks was owned by former NBA star and Hall of Famer Yao Ming. So there we have it, guys. The 12 basketball leagues outside the NBA that everybody can check out and watch. This video has been a little bit long because I know I've been talking about the different basketball leagues point by point. But there you have it. I've mentioned a few basketball leagues before in my previous videos, but there are some new basketball leagues probably that you've never heard of. So definitely check them out when you get a chance. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.